This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
This is Max Headroom, and what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever.
Live from the Raw Radio X studios in downtown Detroit, this is the IT in the D Show.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive! Clytus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today?
Dig you IT geeks. This is Dre Mateo from Sons of Anarchy. You are listening to IT in the D.
So what happens when you tap the angry beaver in the bunghole? Exactly. Come on. Christ. To hell with this. I'm calling a break. We'll come back to this.
Just where do you guys think you are? The Library of Congress? Detroit? Beyond the sun?
Any of those right?
Hi, I'm Ernie Hudson, and you're listening to IT in the D. All you nerds out there.
Nerds!
Nerds?
Nerds.
Nerds!
What is a nerd?
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka. Sweep the leg. Listening to IT in the D Show. No mercy.
You're in your underwear. I'm in my underwear. Here, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
Conan, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women.
How much scotch did you drink that night, by the way? Half a bottle. Okay, then shut the hell up.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, John Kreese from the Karate Kid movie, and you're listening to IT in the D.
This is a bad idea.
Hey guys, this is Ty Mogg, Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon. You're listening to the IT and D Show.
I may have to wipe the geek off.
Hi, I'm Brittany Daniel from The Game, and you're listening to IT in the D Show.
Hey, Jerry Slater. Hey, Jerry Slater.
It's really good.
Hey, Jerry Slater.
Take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
I used to hang out at the Magumbo Bar. It was a rough place, the seediest dive on the wharf, populated with every reject and cutthroat from Bombay to Calcutta. It's worse than Detroit.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Then don't come. Shut up.
This is Robert Hayes, the Ted Stryker to my mother. When I'm not hanging out at the Magumbo Bar, I'm listening to the IT and the D Show. It's worse than Detroit.
Is there such thing as a meat hangover?
I love my Monday meat stick.
Turn your microphone off. Just get out.
Hey, folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to the IT and the D Show. Tough guy. Ho!
I don't know who brought that bell in, but Bob's got a new toy.
Hello, everybody. It's Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, and you are listening to IT in the D.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
The question isn't what are we going to do. The question is what aren't we going to do?
Ludicrous speed! Go!
It isn't raining. We didn't hit any bikes from the slow roll on the way here. Yeah. And we are live. This is the IT and the D Show. We have hit episode 60. That's 60. We're sitting here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial Center in beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. As always, the show is hosted by Bob the Sales Guy, Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason. And we got a semi-packed studio. We got Chris and Scott here from Make It Detroit, videography company. They did a cool commercial for us. We're going to talk a little bit more about them. And we have Annette here, who is the city manager of Yelp Detroit. Appreciate you coming out.
Community
manager.
Community manager. Yeah, don't put her in charge of the city of Detroit.
Well, maybe. Maybe you should.
Maybe you should be in charge of the city.
But I'm up for the challenge.
Thank you for making it down here. I know you were sick, and appreciate you spending some time with us. So, yeah, 60 episodes. And then, real quick.
And you thought we were going to be done at 16.
Yeah. I thought, yes.
I was just going to say that comment. That's why I said we were going to run out of things to say at 16 episodes.
But we said, I'm kind of amazed. I woke up this morning, and I got an email from Dave going, dude, did you check the stats? Last week's episode had 143,000 listens, and I almost flipped my cookies. That's pretty damn remarkable for a bunch of idiots talking about nothing. It's kind of like Seinfeld.
Right. I mean, that's why I was asking, like, did somebody boost a post? Did anything? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But again, hey, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, and wherever you are.
Just so you know, the show is brought to you by Logicalis and Quantum Solutions. You can find Logicalis at us.logicalis.com. Find Quantum at quantum.com. They're a data storage company. And we are drinking delicious Falling Down beer.
Yay.
Yay for business.
Well, and I told you I was so mad. I went there. I was there on Saturday picking up the beer for tonight because they're not open on Sunday and Monday. And
boo.
Mark,
Hint.
We really need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But no. So they're doing a lot more small batch stuff now. Where they don't do the big wide distribution with it. They just do small batches that they can sell there in the brewery.
Just for us.
Well, no, dude. They had a smoked pepper wheat beer.
Oh yeah, I saw your post on that.
Like nice jalapeno, yeah, exactly. Nice Max Headroom, but yeah, the nice jalapeno after kick to it. It was, and I'm like, I want that for the show. And she's like, we're not selling growlers of that. I'm like, no,
you don't understand.
Don't make me call Mark.
Jeff, you were here when he announced he was making like an IT and the D Slim Jim lager.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's still in the works. He's trying to perfect beer that tastes like Slim Jims. I don't know how that's gonna.
How many small batches are in the studio right now?
Growlers, we've got three
different growlers. Yeah.
That's it?
So I think I brought in.
So Bob has three. How many do we all have?
None. If Bob has three and you have none, how many
is the Harvest Ale?
Okay, yeah. So this is one of the IPAs. And I
Pumpkin
think I brought
spice,
these,
all the things.
And then I think it's the Angry Beaver and
Ninja Chicken.
Ninja Chicken. Yeah. So the good old standby.
Well, save the Ninja Chicken for last.
Ninja Chicken. What is that?
It's the best.
That's their number one beer.
It's the number
Classic
one beer.
Angry Beaver signature beer.
Yeah.
Well, Angry Beaver is Nice Beaver's angry friend.
I'm a vegetarian. I can't do the Ninja Chicken. I like Angry Beaver, though.
The show's already gone to hell.
Yeah. Nice. So just talking about, taking care of business. So our phone number, in case anybody wants to call in, is 313-462-0107. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ITandTheD. Find us on Twitter at @ITandTheD.
Hashtag.
There's no hashtag. We don't.
For those of you that are actually listening on iTunes,
hashtag.
if you, it'd be great if you could actually go out there and rate us on iTunes.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't ask for much.
We don't ask for much. I mean, I don't think we've ever asked for that ever.
No, because we're idiots. And then our next, we've got our next two casual networking events. We're still kind of coming down off of the Pink Slip Party a couple weeks ago at the Majestic, but on Thursday, October 16th, we'll be at the Blackfin in Royal Oak.
Yay!
Kind of back at home base in the back room.
Looking forward
to that. Yep.
Always. And then on, not quite sure, I believe it's Thursday, November 20th. We'll be at Stray Cat Lounge again, the nice little cigar and martini bar. Yep,
fantastic.
So we're all
that's a phenomenal place.
It is.
Setting up what a drinking food specials.
Yeah.
And
what a lousy location. But what a
you
great
have
thing.
no room to talk to me about lousy locations after
Why?
bringing me to a German church in a ghetto
Ah!
on Saturday night.
I can't. No, see, I was shocked you've never been there because we've been going down there for 20 years, and you go, I've never been there. I go, how have I never taken you to the Dakota Ratskeller? We went for Oktoberfest. He's like,
oh, perfect.
Oh, it's in a bad part of town.
I've heard. I've never been there, but I've heard.
I'm driving down 75, and it tells me to get off at McNichols, and I'm like, what?
That's 6 Mile.
Right? Yeah, and then I'm like, what? And so then I'm trying to turn into the parking lot.
Up.
No, I'm trying to turn into the parking lot, and I can't because I have to wait for the hooker to walk by.
I wish he was exaggerating. He wasn't.
No.
How
much?
The place has been there since 1933, right? And it hasn't changed.
It hasn't
It's the
changed
same
since
tables,
1934.
Same bar,
Yeah.
top, same everything.
Same hooker.
Wow.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. Who knows?
They probably have a couple cases of sausages downstairs that are from 1930. No, but the place is a destination.
Oh, it's
but,
legit.
absolutely, yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
You know you're in a well-guarded place when they have a turret? And I wish I was joking.
No, they really do.
It's about 8 feet off the ground, and there's a guy that sits up there with a 12 gauge. I wish I was joking, and I'm not.
No, they really
Seriously, what is he, the bouncer?
No, he's an old man that sits up there with a 12 gauge.
Keeps an eye on the parking lot and just everything else. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I wish I was exaggerating.
Like a concentration camp.
Germans.
And I always joked. I said, "What?" I go, "No one." I go, "Like no one ever walks in there because they see a bunch of guys in leather
See a
shorts."
guy in a turret with a shotgun.
Yeah, and the guys in leather shorts with the hats with feathers in them walking in there. Like, I don't know what the hell that is. I can go in there though. But great food, that's a great
The
place.
food was outstanding.
Nice.
Yeah, especially soaking up more beer. That was
I brought my boot.
I saw your boot. Yeah. You drank all of the things.
And his shirt that used to be my grandmother's tablecloth.
It's classic Bavarian, red checkered, and he's like, "It's my tablecloth."
No, not mine. My grandmother's.
Right.
You buy it and it comes with a thing of utensils in the pocket.
Right, yeah, it comes with a little plastic paper napkin and the plastic wrap, yeah.
All right, so what do we hit first?
So Geek Moments, well, I mean, we got Gotham. I don't know if you're watching that one or not. I sat down. I obviously, I mean, it was on an hour ago, or just wrapped up 10 minutes ago. I watched it. I watched last week's. I'm intrigued.
I heard it was good.
Who's doing the writing? Is it somebody that we know?
Like
Josh Whedon or something? No.
So it's pre-Batman.
Yeah, it's like Batman as a kid.
It's like Smallville.
So it's
exactly.
Commissioner Gordon is the main character, focusing on solving the murder of Batman's parents. Like that was the opening scene.
Nice.
Was the Waynes getting killed?
So I heard like they introduced like Riddler. Now how do they introduce like Scarecrow and Riddler? Wouldn't they?
They introduced Penguin.
Penguin.
You don't see like Joker as a kid, do you?
You know what would be way better?
Kinda, yeah.
No, if you had like
they're showing the Penguin as a kid.
Yeah,
Is that a good thing?
He's like a 19-year-old kid, and you know what? It is.
It's not like Anakin Skywalker as a kid.
No, not like Jake.
No,
Lloyd.
yeah.
No episode
You know what?
one.
There's
crap.
no pod racing.
You know what show would be way better
Yeah.
if they had all of those. If they had Penguin, Joker, Riddler, Batman, they all like went to the same elementary school, and they were all like 7 years old, and they had the little.
And they're all like kind of Stand By Me.
See, I'd watch that show way before I'd watch this one.
That's kind of what I was picturing.
Let's pitch it to Fox. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh no, the early years.
I am Scarecrow.
They go looking for Bruce's dad on the side of the tracks.
Exactly.
So did you guys see the car when it was here? The whole Batman car? And
we missed it.
Yeah. Well, they were filming that while we were recording.
Yeah, apparently it was doing donuts in the parking lot while we were on the air 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when all the floodlights were here. Yeah.
They haven't cleaned up Aquaman's boats either. Did you see them? They're still there.
The boats have been here for like a month and a half. Like, clean up your crap already, for crying out loud.
Everybody comes to downtown Detroit and just leaves their trash everywhere. That's how that works. Yeah.
So I want to get on the line with Aquaman and say, hey, clean up your crap.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Momoa, come down here and clean up your crap.
Yeah, but you know what? He could probably pick the boats up himself.
Yeah, exactly. He picks things up and puts things down.
Right.
Yeah, speaking of that.
You're welcome.
So what else is going on? I read today about Facebook being asshole again.
The new ad network.
Yeah,
I read about it.
New ad server.
Everyone is going nuts over it, and I read into Atlas, and it's not that big of a deal.
No,
And you shrugged.
I did. I Atlas
shrugged.
You conservative. You dirty Republican.
You should talk.
But everyone it's collecting data on where you are and where you're using
Well, I
Facebook.
told you, like, when I was looking for the Ghostbusters... yeah, right.
For you, yeah.
When I was looking for the Ghostbusters costumes, we were going to pull that nonsense off. And, like, I searched on Amazon, and I find Ghostbusters costumes. Then I loaded up Yelp for something, and sure enough, there's an ad sitting there on Yelp waiting for me about Ghostbusters costumes. So it's not like this is new technology.
No, but
So what I don't understand, if you're using two different browsers, like if you're logged into Facebook somewhere, like on Safari or Firefox, and using Chrome to do your surfing for everything else, how is Atlas tracking you?
It's location based. It means if you take your phone and you go to the mall, it's like Minority Report. Like, good morning, Mr. Mackey. And if you're in if you're in like Harmony House,
so they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing that Google's doing for
So
searches.
if you're in 1987,
if you went back in time. I was thinking the record store. The record stores don't even exist anymore. What the hell am I talking about?
Is he still talking?
Goody got it.
But if it's so now because the problem with
so it's
Facebook
all
is
IP based, just like Google.
Yeah, they couldn't. No, it's location based. It's not IP based. So it's where you are. No, it's where you. It's not based on your phone. It's where you are. So it's location tracking, and they're collecting the data on where you are. Because Facebook's problem always was they couldn't monetize mobile,
right?
And everyone's moving to mobile, so they're trying to figure out. This is their big answer to advertising and monetizing.
So how are they grabbing your location data?
Your GPS,
Bluetooth. and I'm looking for it right now. Keep talking for a sec. There's an app that I grabbed actually specifically because I saw it the last time I was at Stray Cat. There was they had a little placard on the table talking about it. There's an app now that basically when you walk into the place. If you have your Bluetooth activated,
yeah, no, I understand
when you walk
that.
in, it hits you with
It'll
whatever
send,
offers
hey,
from that place.
welcome Jeff Mackey to the Gap or whatever. Yeah, I've actually had that happen to me. But for the Facebook thing,
yeah, you shop at the Gap.
For the Facebook thing, that doesn't make any sense. For if you don't download the app and if you don't give Facebook permission to use your GPS location, how is that gonna work?
Why are people freaking out? I don't understand.
Because they're following me, man.
It's the same thing with Messenger. Like, oh my gosh, they're
permissions, man.
Yeah.
No, it's, you know what? A couple housewives freak out on Facebook, and then it all just goes crazy. And they all say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, I freaked out when they stopped the reach. When they stopped reaching people, like it was like you can only get 10% of your reach out there.
Oh,
that was a freak out a little bit. It's like, okay, so I'm going to post something and like 5%, maybe
and no one will see it,
and nobody's going to see it.
If we're not doing anything wrong,
as a marketer, that's frustrating.
What are you worried about?
Well, because they want you to pay to boost your post.
And does the boost
monetize?
Does it do
oh my
anything?
gosh.
Does the boost really do anything? It
Yes.
goes to a lot of people.
We boosted,
no, it really does.
Yeah,
we boosted the IT and the Pink Slip.
It goes through the roof.
Post.
Goes
Does
through
it really?
the roof.
Yeah.
It would have 500 people, 1,000 people would have seen it, even though we have 7,000 Facebook likes.
Yeah.
And it reached 40,000, 50,000
within like a day or
in like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
People that it was like relevant.
It was targeted.
A relevant audience.
I
It was-
narrowed the hell out of the boost. I mean, I went right down to like city location. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, it's kind of at the end of the day, it's kind of like Yelp, where, you know, give up all your personal freedoms and you get free pretzels when you get there. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
I had to throw that in
They're
there.
really good pretzels.
I know. BFD at Crooks and 59, they
Is
give
it
away
expensive?
free pretzels. For what?
To post on Facebook and target it.
You can do $20, $10.
Yeah,
you can,
yeah,
you
set
can
your
do
own
it.
ad.
So yeah,
So I could take a selfie of myself, right?
Yeah.
At the gym.
Yes, you could.
Shirt off. And I can
Do I get a
target
free
it to-
pretzel with that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bob, you're never going to see
Boost
the end
it.
of me.
Boost
I'm
it.
boosting
Yeah.
it.
I boosted
Hey,
up
if you,
on.
if you want to spend your money on boosting posts on Facebook, be my guest.
Dude, people boost a lot though, obviously, because like
You see
I get all
sponsored
these
posts
ads in my
all day.
thread constantly.
Yeah.
Scroll.
It does, I guess it works.
It's the new banner ad. You just scroll right past it because you're automatically tuned to ignore it.
Well, then you do like, so and so Dave Phillips likes, and you're like,
God.
and you're like, it's garbage.
Oh, Dave likes it. I love it.
Well, that's the whole point, right? Isn't that the whole?
It's a social engineering of likes.
What I said a long time ago, when I was 20 years ago, when I was in advertising class, they did a study. They basically said you could watch $5 million worth of Ford ads on radio and TV and billboard, but if your neighbor says it's a piece of crap, that
You won't
holds
buy it.
more weight. So there
Yeah.
was a number. It was like $7 or $8 million that your neighbors. That's why word of mouth is such a big deal now.
Yep.
And TV and all that's kind of not going to the wayside, but people are putting more into social media and all that crap.
Yeah.
Like us.
Exactly.
Yeah, like at the OEMs, like at Chrysler, their constant battle between their social media arm for all their marketing sites compared to their actual official public relations arm.
You know what can go to hell? I got a thing today. A friend asked you to like a page, so I'm like, all right, whatever. And it was first name, last name, invite you to like first name, last name. Like it was him, his name, it would request you like his name. I'm like, Cody, you can eat my ass. Yeah. No, because he's a photographer. But he didn't say like
So his name was his business name, like a DBA.
And it's like, yeah. Like
Bob set himself up a fan page.
Yeah, Bob Wallenspiel asking you to like Bob Wallenspiel. Like that. Like I would.
Can we set that up right now? Bob Wallenspiel page.
So
Hold on a
I
second.
would cut off my leg and kick my own ass if I ever did something like that. No, seriously. I wanted to send him a text going, "You dupa, like, will you stop?
Don't ever do that
Don't
again.
ever. Don't be that guy." Like it almost deserves a "Don't be that guy" blog that you actually would have the nerve. Like if you had to put like, your first name, last name, photography, like
Right.
is that your company?
Not
Not
first name, last name.
likes first name, last name.
Yeah.
Like, I hate you. I used to like you. Now you're dead to me.
Nice.
What else do we have on the list?
So, I mean, there was the fun crossover last night with The Simpsons and The Family Guy that was, taking the Twitters by storm.
Everyone hated it.
I thought it was funny.
I did too. What do you expect? What did you expect if you hated it? What did you want?
They set the stage perfectly with the opening where it was, the Griffin family sitting there on the couch and the kid Chris, basically cracking on, crossovers, these always work well. They're always done by the writers for artistic integrity. They have nothing to do with marketing and cross promotion, and they never reek of desperation. Shut up, Chris.
No, they mocked themselves through the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's the only way that it could be successful.
And it was fine. The story made sense. They mocked the whole the best line was when they did the oh no, and they're looking at the wall waiting for the Kool-Aid Man, and he gets a phone call, and the Kool-Aid Man's in another courtroom. He goes, sorry, wrong Springfield. So they were mocking, like, what state? He goes, I don't think we're allowed to tell that. So they used a whole bunch of, like, the inside, spoiler alert, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Watch the damn show.
Yeah.
But I thought they did a good job writing it.
They did.
I mean,
it was respectable.
And
I liked the comic worst chicken fight ever.
Exactly. All right, suck him in.
Did they bring up the fact that why haven't they done this before yet? Like, why did it take so long for them to do this?
No, but towards the end, they did allude to, well,
we're going to be a half hour apart.
Well, we'll always keep ourselves at, you're all right, we'll just keep a half an hour buffer between us.
Right.
They made some jokes about the shows that are in between them.
Bob Burger's like, he can't fly. They're in an airplane, and he goes, yeah, he can't fly on his own, so we have to
keep him between us. So but they were like, they were talking about what's next, and do you think we'll ever see them again? And Lois said something like, oh well, what, you think they're ever going to come here? No, that'll never happen. So who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, to watch something like that and then to complain, I hate people. It's the Yelp people. You go to like this amazing small restaurant, they're like
the Yelp people.
The decor. No, the decor wasn't to my standards, but
did you have an awesome meal? Well, yes, you did.
Well, I was talking about the breakfast club that I went to, and it was the best breakfast I ever had in my life, bar none. Vegas included, on vacation. And they'd be like, the decor reminded me of a children's hospital. It's like, I hate you. It's a decor.
Wow, was that the food of a children's hospital?
Said. That's what they put. Like,
they actually put that on Yelp?
Yeah.
Was that the food that you posted?
Yeah, it was so
French
good.
Toast
It was
whatever?
so good.
How did you ever find that place?
On Yelp. I did. I was sitting at my. The kids were out of town. I go, I want to have the best breakfast ever, and I don't want to drive like. To
and so
Ohio.
he went and he found the place with all the crappiest reviews, and he
went there
because that's our general rule of thumb. If everyone on Yelp hates it,
then it must be awesome.
Love it.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's so true.
It's like a film that gets nothing but thumbs down. You know it's a good movie,
right? Rogers Roost gets toilet reviews, and that place is like an institution.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like getting a Razzie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go.
But like, how do you? Did you even read what people complained about the South Park Simpsons episode?
No, I completely ignored all of it.
God almighty, because what do you want? Free beer wasn't cold enough?
Right.
Huh? Girls' boobs weren't big enough for him? Like, what do you want? No, I'm serious. Like, people, man, it's like, what do you know?
I don't.
All the awesome stuff and awesome technology is wasted on this generation.
It's funny because all the stuff they follow the news. It's like, hey, Snyder announced like some new company's coming, 2,000 jobs, and everybody's like, they're probably the crappy 7-Eleven jobs. Like, just say that's great for the city.
Thank you. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Oh, so and so's building the car. Yeah, but they're not probably like
they're not Detroit enough.
They're not.
Yeah.
Like, you will find.
There will always be a naysayer.
Oh
always.
My God! It just drives me absolutely bonkers.
Captain Negativity.
Where was that 2 minutes ago? I am no.
Yeah, you need to be on the ball with that a little bit.
I don't know what's worse. Like complainers or people like me that complain about complainers. Like
the meta complaint.
I'm on a complete mission to like ban the complainers and the people that post that they're at the gym on Facebook every day that wouldn't be sitting in the studio right now with us. But how in the world? Like, you can have the most, like I was just saying with that breakfast. They complained that they only got like 2 cups of coffee. Well, they only paid for 1, but you get free refills, but they only came around twice.
And they're complaining.
And they never said anything. Then afterwards, they get the nerve and they sit behind their computers and they go, I'm going to type because they suck because they only give me, instead of asking the waitress, hey, can you come over and bring me another cup of coffee, please?
That requires human interaction.
Right, exactly.
It does, yeah.
Exactly. When you get home and
the brain is behind the keyboard.
You get behind your goddamn computers and your keyboard and you go, stupid breakfast place didn't give me 3 cups of coffee. I hate you. 1 star on Yelp. Boo.
Good Lord, you are fired up tonight.
And I hate those people.
I hate them too.
I like breakfast places. I hate those people. Those people make those breakfast places go out of business, and I don't want them to go out of business because I like eating there.
It's not even 9:30.
You want your creme brulee French toast for eternity.
They wanted, yeah. Sorry, we did. The restaurant didn't digest it for you. You made Jesus. Wipe your ass after you shit it.
Bob, give us your top 10 hates.
Complainers, whiners, mushrooms. Wait, hold on. I gotta think this one out. I can't just do.
Come on, man.
Complainers.
9.
Whiners. It's
8.
1 and 2. Mushrooms.
7.
Country music.
6.
Western music.
5.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, Rosie! Oh my God, Rosie O'Donnell. Oh wait, hold on.
Wait, what about clowns? Feet on the dashboard.
Bare feet on the dashboard. Women with bare feet on the dashboard. Clowns. Tap dancing men. Michaels, or any craft store for that matter. Where am I at? And men that wear the thong sandals with the line in the toe. And guys with the flat brim hat with the stickers on them, the grown men. Did I say clowns?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm done. That's like my proverbial hell. Holding hands on the road. No, I always said that my own hell is walking through a Michael's with country music playing, holding hands with Rosie O'Donnell, with Gregory Hines tap dancing around me, and clowns jumping around, feeding me mushrooms. Oh my God, it's like Hitler with a pineapple shoved up his ass. Hell,
getting stuck in an IKEA.
You nailed it.
No, I'll go IKEA over the Michaels with the Rosie. Oh, absolutely.
IKEA with Rosie O'Donnell.
What else is going on?
You can tell there's falling down beer.
I'm
not talking for another half an hour.
I need some more beaver.
Are we at a break yet?
No, actually almost. But the one thing I wanted to make sure we hit on, because this one kind of surprised me, and so after 20 years, Yahoo is shutting down their web directory.
Yeah, the thing that made them famous.
Like the Yahoo, like that which was Yahoo will no longer be.
Yahoo hasn't been Yahoo for like 10 years.
Wasn't like Google when they had like DMOZ? Was that what?
Was
DMOZ gone?
DMOZ was originally the Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that gone now too?
Oh, that's been. Is DMOZ still
DMOZ
out
is
there?
still around.
Is it? Oh.
Nobody uses it, but it's still
But like
out there.
Yahoo directory, that was what made Yahoo Yahoo.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell is Yahoo?
Nothing.
They're giving their
They're
year.
they're
Why don't they just merge with AOL and be done with it? All those other Alta Vista and all those other crap old
and Net Zero
in the graveyard.
Yeah, whatever happened to Net Zero? You see their billboards all the time.
Friendster. Just make the Justice League of America of like shitty old websites.
Like Island of Misfits.
Websites.
Like LinkedIn.
Well, it used to be forced to go to Yahoo. When you would open up the browser, you would have Yahoo pop up, but they don't have it anymore. So now it's gone.
It's a news aggregator now. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's cool as MySpace.
MySpace is still on. They actually rebranded themselves and came back from the dead.
Justin
Like
Timberlake bought it or something like
Yeah.
that.
It is what it should have always been for music.
23-year-old girls following bands.
Leave it alone.
Leave it. Yep.
Let me listen. It should have been the Amazon. If MySpace was smart, they should have been the Amazon, the precursor to the Amazon Cloud Player and Shazam, where you could listen to the crap and then download it. And the problem was that nobody was forward thinking enough back in the music industry to let you listen. Like they don't want you to listen.
Can we take all of that crap out of Facebook and surgically implant it into MySpace?
That's what I'm saying.
That would be outstanding.
All of it.
All of it. Just take it all out of Facebook right now.
Crap, I would. Facebook's going to find their demise very soon. It's getting. People are starting to hate it, more than they're starting to love it.
Yeah.
You're addicted to it, but at the same token,
it's the AOL of the 21st century.
I give it. I hate predictions. 4 or 5 years, it's dead. It's crickets.
They're turning it into a YouTube now, though. Now they have the videos.
The videos,
start playing.
the videos
You
are
go
nuts.
It's
People are pissed off about the autoplay videos.
Kills my data plan.
They're really competing with.
Well, I got an invite for Elo today, and I went and sniffed through it, and that's like the. I don't get it. It's
Crickets.
Worse than Google Plus. The interface is like
that's like the app.net and Twitter wannabe that lasted for like 6 months.
Die on the vine. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Signing up on Elo is a really bad idea. Hey, we are coming up against a break. We're going to come back with a net from Yelp, and we're going to have a happy fun time. And this is the IT and the D show.
Start to Japanese game show.
No, we'll be right back.
IT in the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit, one beer at a time.
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka. Sweep the leg. Listening to IT and the D show. no mercy.
You don't have to be
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
All right, we are back. Segment 2, episode 60 of the IT in the D Show. We're sitting here in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial Center. Beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. This is Bob, the sales guy, here with Dave the Geek. Jeff, the voice of reason. That was a fun first episode, first segment, not first episode.
Drink, man.
Drink, Matt. But, yeah, if you want to find us online, itandthed.com, Facebook, Twitter, /
all of the things.
Is Ian doing Mystery Science Theater 3000?
He hasn't been. He's kind of quiet tonight.
Is he quiet tonight? Jeez.
Yeah.
We were getting.
Ian, where are you, man?
But yeah, we had a fun first segment, and we're here with the community manager with Yelp Detroit.
It's good to be back.
It's great for you to be back.
Yeah. Thank you for coming back.
No problem.
We went to your event at Hard Rock. We had fun.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you request any videos?
No.
Did you see the guy?
No.
He's like walking around with like a little screen, and he had like a huge I don't know.
Videos of what?
Music videos.
Oh,
like you could just ask him for anything, and he had it.
Oh.
So.
And he had a YouTube app?
And it wasn't a YouTube. Yeah, he was looking up like memes and
Way
stuff.
to deflate that one.
Yeah.
We didn't do the what did you guys like? It was like a hunt or
There's
whatever.
a scavenger hunt
We
too.
did not do that.
Yeah, it's they have it anytime you want at the Hard Rock. You can do their scavenger
we
hunt.
needed food. So
we just had
yeah.
prizes and then really don't.
We needed food and more beer.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Not in that order.
We had fun regardless.
Totally
Yeah, it was always a good time. But speaking of events and good time, so one of the reasons why I had reached out is you guys have your big annual blowout bash happening on October 10th.
Yes.
Over at the Fillmore.
Yep.
Oh, you upgraded from St. Andrews.
Well, this is our second year back at the Fillmore.
Okay.
Did the
Last year was
Fillmore-
Fillmore.
Last year was St. Andrews. The year
Oh, the
before
first
was
time
the
we went,
Fillmore.
Dave, was
It was Fillmore, Andrews.
Yeah,
back
that
at
was
Fillmore,
yeah.
Last year was
Yeah,
Andrews.
they just loved working with us so much. They were like, "Let's do it again." And who am I to say no? It's a great space, and,
Right.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. I've
I would
got
be too,
these stress hives to prove it. It's great.
Right. We got a quote from them once they have an event there. So yeah, I'm sure if you got a good deal, I would be excited too because they are not. It's not cheap to have an event there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space, and and just in general are really awesome to work with in terms of setup, and makes my life a lot easier in a lot of ways too.
So we lost all our contacts from Live Nation. They all left. So we have to talk to.
Yeah,
we need
I
to
can-
compare notes.
I can send you some names.
Oh,
some
we have
numbers.
one, but he doesn't like us.
I got some others. I can
Thank you.
probably make
There's a list of people that don't like us.
Exactly.
And it's
yeah.
long.
But yeah, we've got that coming up on the 10th. It's from 7 to 10 p.m. If you just go to Yelp.com and then click on the events page, you'll be able to RSVP for that and read all about the...
Is that open to everybody, or is that just elite only? Or
No, it's open to anybody. You just have to have a Yelp profile to RSVP, and a Yelp profile is free. So, you just take a couple minutes, create a profile, and it's free food, free drink. Everyone gets 5 drink tickets to try some boozy fun times. And,
Yay.
And then we'll have some entertainment.
And you know where the good food is because there's 74 people in line for the meatball slider.
Exactly. Yeah, you just follow the lines of people
Exactly.
who make lines where they don't need to be.
Right.
Like, yeah. So, excuse me, yeah. So we've got a nonprofit partner again this year. Every year we have a free party, but we always partner with somebody that is doing really great things in the city that we think we should throw some money at. So this year we're actually working with the Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit. So they are kind of like some really awesome youngsters, teens that do performance. So they are going to be doing a performance on the main stage at the Fillmore. If you've ever been to like something like the Concert of Colors that does that World Music Festival or something, they've performed there with like Don Was' band and things like that. So they're actually really awesome. They do like a Motown revival show. They do a couple shows a year.
They could bring in Was Not Was and do Walk the Dinosaur.
You stop. Don't.
I don't want to give anything away, but no, I'm just,
They're going to be there?
No, but yeah, so it's $5 suggested donation to go towards Mosaic Youth Theater, but otherwise it's free. We'll have a cash bar if you want anything beyond those 5 drinks, but yeah, lots of
We
food.
need to talk next year about getting Goodwill Industries of Detroit as the nonprofit.
Yeah, let's have a conversation.
Absolutely.
We do a lot with nonprofits.
Scott's
I
on the
think-
board for Goodwill.
Oh,
of Detroit,
wonderful.
so-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that about us, is that we do a lot with nonprofits.
You said doo-doo.
I know I did. Intentional.
Just to make you laugh.
I was waiting for that.
I am please.
Right. It's like when you go to the doctor.
I know my audience.
They hit your under the knee, and the knee it's a knee jerk.
It's a reflex.
Do you still have sponsorships available for the event?
We're pretty much maxed out, but if anybody is super interested in clamoring, just reach out to me. My email is detroit@yelp.com, and we can have a conversation.
Can me and Dave have a table?
What are you going to do at the table?
What are we going to do at a
Yeah,
table?
what are we
Drink.
gonna-
Listen to the podcast and stuff.
Can we put up our banner?
Drink.
I was going to say, we always have a table. We sit at it while we drink.
Yeah, point taken. I like those tables better. You don't have to talk to anybody if you don't want to.
Just don't come hungry because you'll leave hungry.
Right.
Just need a chair.
We'll put out a little reserved sign for you guys.
that'd be
We'll take care of
awesome.
it. We'll,
I'll take you up on that.
cocktail table.
Yeah, that's all I need.
You're talking
Can
to
we
the
get the
right
fast pass tickets for all the food tables?
It's not Disney, Jeff.
Oh, come on.
lady. We're actually integrating new bracelets. You just touch a thing. It's like I'm planning a Disney vacation, so I kind of know these things.
Yeah, your appointment at Just Baked Cupcakes will be at
8:15.
Yeah.
Well, and I pulled the email up. I mean, you guys have a lot of cool vendors that are going to be floating around there. I mean, just from a booze perspective, which, target demographic.
Right.
So, I mean, like, you've got Bacardi, you've got Blue Nectar again. Those guys are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Love their stuff and everything they've got going on. Grey Goose. I really want to know what Jameson Black Barrel is.
I've not tried it yet, but
You have to be racist
they're
about it.
pretty excited about showing it off. They're going to be doing some samples at the event, so you should definitely make sure to try them.
And it's Jameson.
Yeah,
You really can't go wrong with Jameson.
No.
Is there an alcohol you have not tasted or sampled?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of crappy
there's
stuff out
There's
there.
some stuff in my basement he hasn't tried yet.
Mad Dog 2020.
There's stuff in your
had
basement
that.
that you haven't tried yet.
No, I've tried all of it. I don't say I liked it. I tried it.
Just that I've tried it.
And I give it to friends I don't like. So, like, come on over, try this. It's good.
But no, and then from a food perspective, I mean, you guys have a lot of close. I mean, it is. I mean, it's a wander around, eat, drink, sample, hang out, chill, kind of a fun night.
Yeah, we try to integrate some new stuff this year. So there are a few people venues that are return, tables that you might recognize. But I think for the most part, most everything that we're partnering with is pretty new, that we've not had tables or participated at our large-scale events before. So that's really exciting. We always try and keep a turnover, so it's not the same thing every year. And then we have some interactive, some things like obviously the entertainment. We've got like...
Oh, yeah, we were parked right outside the virtual biking thing.
Yeah,
I was waiting in line for that.
the Fillmore 2 years.
Things you couldn't pay.
That's right, you were there with us.
Things you couldn't pay me $1,000 to get on, Alex.
Things I would pay $1,000 to watch.
Right.
Oh, they should do that. They would like slow roll brand it and like. Oh my God!
The
I'm on
virtual
something.
slow roll?
Yes,
It's a no roll.
No roll, man.
dodge the cars.
From a networking perspective, I went to the Fillmore. It was a lot of fun. You can just pull your app up and see who's going. And if you want to target somebody or someone you're going to meet there, you can just pull it up in the app and look at it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and most places obviously have like a representative from the business. So if you wanted to talk to somebody from there, know a little bit more about their product, know about their place, you try something, you think it's awesome. It's kind of like Yelp in real life. Obviously you kind of have a bunch of places that we think you might like. And
A lot of disgruntled people walking around going, pff, 1 star.
Exactly.
Yeah, the whole experience.
The line was long for the free food. I hate it.
I didn't like your meatballs. The line was too long.
No, for the most part, it's a really great, warm experience. It makes, I joked earlier about how I have, stress hives, which is actually not a joke. It's true.
Yeah.
But every year when I finish it, I'm so, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just to see all those
We've-
people and have everybody that comes out.
We just survived that event for us.
Yeah, exactly. And, the lead up to it is just, hair-braising. But in the moment, it makes me so happy that every year I'm just like, yeah, this is why I do what, we do what we do.
We're in the same boat when we do the pink slip parties. We're a ball of stress and mess. He's worse than the rest of us. Then we're stressed up until about an hour into it. Then we're and then we're good.
Yeah.
That was awesome, by the way.
Well, because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, is it going to come off? Is it going to come off? Is it going to come off? And then they're like, all right, is anybody going to show up? Is anybody going to show up? All right, now, why are people still coming?
Guys,
But not only that, it's
The floodgates are open.
wait, how many of those casual networking events or pink slip parties have you guys thrown? They always come off good.
It
took a long time.
So you're telling us to stop worrying?
It doesn't matter. Like, you can do this as many times as you know. I've been doing this for 4 years, and every time I do an event, I do an event for the community once a month. Every month, I'm like, oh my god, like going into it, how is this going to shake out? And yeah, I mean, there are just a lot of variables.
Even if you're going back to a familiar venue, I mean, it's still a different venue, and it is. You're putting your name, your brand, your everything on the line to pull it off.
And if the event sucks, it's all on you.
It's like having a huge house and you have like 6 kegs and you're like, oh my god, people need to drink this. Like, somebody needs to come to this.
Oh, no, because if nobody shows up, then all the kegs are mine, so it's fine. I don't care if they ever come back.
Yeah, Chris, bad example.
You just got you just have to pay back all the beer. So.
Yeah, fine.
I bought the kegs anyway. I was
Hey, I got to bring something up for you. There was a great story that came up on Yelp, and I'm sure you get talked to about all the time. The guy that was the guy was so mad at Yelp that he said, if you put a 1-star for my restaurant, I'll give you a 20% off coupon. So he was trying to drive his rating down. And I don't know why. I didn't get too deep into the story. But do you know about this?
I glanced at it.
It's Boto Bistro out in California.
I didn't get to read too much about it, but I think that's. I kind of always dig those stories of business owners who, obviously, we want people to use Yelp. We want people to get information from it and make, informed decisions. But at the same time, like, don't kill yourself over it. You know what I mean? And I really like when business owners take that perspective, like they have a sense of humor about it. Obviously, if somebody's telling you your stuff is pretty crummy, you want to listen to that a little bit because you don't want to hurt your business. But 1 or 2 people, like the guy who did like the sandwich board, like come try the worst meatball sandwich.
I was just going to say the worst meatball sandwich that one guy on Yelp ever had.
That's
great.
That's such a great way to have fun with it and acknowledge it.
Well, the best part was that he encouraged the mocking of the whiners. So, like, everyone was reviewing, going, I ordered
an Italian bistro.
Yeah.
I wanted a taco. They wouldn't give me a taco.
I don't understand why.
What the hell is this place?
So it was like
the mac and cheese was too cold.
About mocking, yeah, exactly. The gazpacho was cold. This place sucks.
I ordered pasta with red sauce. They gave me something called marinara.
Why the marinara?
Yeah, I'll have to check. I actually didn't really read any of that, so I can't super.
The
comment
reviews.
on that, but
The reviews are hilarious.
Yeah.
Just because they mock, they mock my, favorite people, the whiners.
Bob should review the reviews.
That's what we need. Well, we actually we were thinking of doing a website for that, right?
That's why, honestly,
there are lots of them out there. Yeah,
that's why he and I both kind of joined Yelp. I mean, literally, I joined Yelp because I downloaded the app and I went to Fishbones, and I'm looking at the reviews and somebody gave them a 1-star review because their sushi wasn't good. I'm like, well. I signed up, and I'm like, well, what kind of a dumbass are you that you go to Fishbones and you order sushi?
Cajun.
You go there for jambalaya. You go there for the alligator voodoo. You go there. You don't go to
You go to see the world's largest waterfall.
Right.
Waterfall, right?
The burger at Buddy's sucked.
Yeah. I went to Lelly's, and the vegetarian options weren't up to speed. Yeah.
View the reviews.
So you actually joined Yelp to mock other people.
That's like 90% of my existence on the internet.
My favorite?
Honey, come to bed. Why, there's somebody wrong on the internet.
My favorite Yelp page ever, before the Meeting House was in Rochester Hills, it was something else. And it was a 100% vegan restaurant. And basically catered to the whiniest people, microcosmo people ever. And every review sucked. And it's like, wait a minute, you cater to the whiniest 1%, and you wonder why you're getting just shit reviews.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you're opening the floodgates.
Oh, absolutely.
Are they real reviews, though? Is it real?
I think most of, I think
having talked with a vet,
I've been trying to figure this out for a long time.
People have way too much time in their hands.
And
they watch way too much Chopped.
Yeah, go hop on the Yelp talk threads, and go to an event and talk with people.
Blackmail people into giving you bad reviews to signing up to give them good reviews.
I guess that's a good question. I mean, is
it real
from a community manager standpoint?
You have to police that, don't you?
Not even police, but how
Anonymous says your restaurant sucks balls.
I don't
understand.
How do you keep an eye on what the community is and is becoming and how it flows?
Well, we have, a lot of my day-to-day responsibilities isn't really watching a lot of the reviews. Obviously, I try and skim.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would
through.
be.
Yeah, but we have something in place that recommended reviews. So if somebody writes a review and they're not really a trusted user, or there's something like an algorithm kind of picks up some, usual conversational tones, things like that, things that come up that sound pretty, shady or
sure.
like a shill or something, like it tends to go into not recommended reviews. And then as a user gets more and more trusted by the site, as they, kind of acclimate, they don't just log in once and never talk to
Right. Well, it's kind of like if you have a neighbor bar next to you and you get all your friends to sign up for Yelp and give them a 1-star review, and no one's reviewed anything in the past.
It seems suspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean,
there's an agenda behind that.
Well, there was that good statistical analysis that we were, bouncing back and forth about the difference between 1-star and 5-star reviews. I mean, everybody's seen the whole, the difference that on the bottom line for like a half-star or a full-star rating and all that kind of stuff. But this one actually got into the language. Like what language typically accompanies a 1-star review versus a 5-star review, and it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, and you'll see that if you go into the recommended reviews, they tend to skew fairly positive or negative. And one thing that a lot of people don't really realize, you're kind of talking about a lot of the negative, like people whining or whatever on the site. The majority of reviews are actually positive. It's 80% are positive reviews.
I've been chewed out by my corner bar for only giving them 3 stars. I go, that's all you are. I go, Duffy's, I know I love you, but Lely's you're not.
Yeah.
But 3 stars isn't really. It's not meant to be bad. It's just
the owner was
no.
I have to trust 3 stars, because if it's 5, it's like this is still too good. Who's reviewing?
You got to work really hard for me to give a 1 and a 5. I usually give 3 or 4.
You got to start in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not starting. You know the place. You have a history there.
My favorite restaurant ever. St. Elmo's in Indianapolis, 5-star. Lely's, 5-star. London Shop, 5-star. I mean, Duffy's. Sorry, love you.
Yeah, you're my favorite corner dive bar on the planet.
Well, but that brings up a good point, though. I mean, if it's your favorite place and you always get good service, they know you there. You're always going to get good service in that category of establishment. Why wouldn't you give them a higher rating?
I upped it to a 4, and the first sentence I think I put was ranked up against corner bars. This place is a solid 4.
Yeah, you have to compare it to
apples to apples.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're not going to compare it to Lely's.
No, but in the beginning, I think I rated it when I first joined Yelp.
Okay.
Because I go there all the time, so I rated it a 3. I'm like, you get a 3. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? For corner bars, this place knocks it out of the park. For every time I go there,
right?
Service out. So. Anyway,
it's like watching a movie, though. You know what I mean? It's like you see a 3-star review. It's like this is still good, just because it doesn't have 5 stars. You still go to
the
this.
definition of 3 stars on Yelp is like A-okay. Like it's not. Like it's.
Yeah, go ahead and stop. It's all right.
You're not going to get a bad day here. It's not going to blow you away, but you're not going to waste your money. It's going to be a good. You'll probably have a good time. 4 stars is like, yay, I liked it. And 5 stars is like, oh my god, this is the best. Yeah.
Yep.
1 and 2. 1 is like, don't
ants on the
come here.
table.
And then even 2 is kind of like meh. Like it's not even like the worst thing in the world. It's just like not my favorite.
Yeah. Because if I tell people it's the best sandwich I ever had, you're getting a 5-star. Because I mean,
why would you say that otherwise?
Exactly. Like bread basket number 17. It's the best damn corned beef sandwich I've ever had, New York included. So I'm rating it a 5-star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it seems like everything's either 5 or a 1 these days.
A 1-star is actually pretty fun to go to, because then you can actually okay, why was it so bad? I got to see this for real.
Well, but see, like that's the whenever I
what is this train wreck?
I'm more drawn to that than a 5-star.
Oh yeah, whenever I go see whenever I see a 1-star review, I have to go read it because I want to understand the context of what they're harping about. And 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do.
It's ridiculous.
And that's where a person's common sense comes in too. You know what I mean? Obviously, like that's why we kind of do an overarching like star rating. So one person's review isn't going to impact the whole business.
Yeah, it's all weighted.
And then you can read and make a decision for yourself as to whether this person sounds like somebody that you resonate with. Like the complaints sound like something what I would be into or not into. And then the rest you just kind of go, well, okay.
It would be amazing if you let not just the managers reply, but users. Also,
well, people can compliment and they can send
no,
messages.
but not I want a middle finger, not compliment. I want to.
Yeah, I don't want like.
You want a dislike button?
Well, no, you can do like. There's useful, funny, and cool.
I want stupid.
I want like stupid, whiny. Asinine, and whiny.
Yeah. You want an asshat button?
No, because what you're doing is you're rewarding whiny, and this way you're kind of calling people out for being
it's like-
for being assholes.
Well, I mean,
It's
you know,
like
but that's
karma
the
on
thing.
message boards.
You
Well,
wanna-
it's kind of like on the Amazon. Was this review useful type of thing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No.
Well, you know, that kind of goes against the thing where you're trying, like, let's keep it positive. You know, like, let's not encourage somebody to be that negative. Like,
But if you're negative
know.
and you get called out for it, it might stop them from being whiny and
Yeah, 'cause
buttholy at the next place.
people are bravest behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
So if you get
I
called out on it.
think it would be a huge asset if you just took a 10-second, maybe a 15-second video of the person who's giving the review, so that they can't hide behind words.
They
and
can
you
do
could
that
actually
now.
see them.
Yeah, we do now have video on Yelp, although we don't encourage like video reviews. It's more just like trying to get a feel for a business. So if you're somewhere like, what's the ambiance like? If you're like, this place is so loud, you know, and you want to show a video of it to actually, you can't articulate it in words. Like this place is,
Really? What are the restrictions on that?
It's only, well, obviously terms of service types of things.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So here I am at the Penthouse Club.
Well, that's
Hand down, hand down.
But I like an example real quick.
It's like you have the club validate. I mean, like you said, you have the popular demand. Like you have like Rotten Tomatoes, or your friend says this movie's freaking awesome. You got to check this out. I like it more being of a niche following as opposed to Yelp being pretty much an enterprise.
If
And
you give a 1 or a 5,
something
you should
really
be
big.
forced to give a video.
I'd
That's
rather
it.
hear it from like
True.
word of mouth. Like
1
you
or
tell me to
5
drink
forced.
this. You
But
tell me this beer is good.
Yeah.
This is really
But
good.
again,
If
hear
I
me
hear it
out.
from
Like,
Yelp and
I
I'm
think
gonna
the
drink it,
owners,
Yeah.
the owners that take ownership of it and listen and respond are so much farther ahead in the world. Because I went to, it's Oktoberfest right now. This is my Christmas. I'm a full-blooded kraut, and I went to the Hofbrau Chicago. And you couldn't talk from me to you all the way at the bar at the other side of the place. And I just kind of mentioned, like, hey, you set up PA in that place, like Kiss was playing, and I'm there in a business meeting. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're having dinner, and the guy responded, like, we're testing out new PA. I'm sorry. We got it down to normal levels. Love to have you back.
Solid.
And, oh, my God, you killed in brownie points by doing something
Absolutely.
like that. Responding.
We recommend that all the time to respond publicly or privately.
Not
to
many do.
Not,
I wish
I
more
know.
do.
And then
They
the
don't
other
know
thing
or don't
is
care.
also to positive reviews. Like, thank you for coming. I reviewed Field and Fire, I think they're called, out in Grand Rapids. They're like a bakery.
Well, when the Yelp community manager reviews.
I don't actually get that many responses.
Do you know who I am? There better be a free muffin in there for me.
Nah,
Free bowl of soup.
We're just kidding. We're just kidding.
No, it's fine. No, I actually usually don't say who I am most of the times. Like especially if I'm getting a haircut someplace new, and they're like, "What do you do for a living?" I'm like, I work in marketing." Like,
I'm gonna review you in 10 minutes.
yeah, no way. My lips
I'm
are
gonna
sealed.
Yelp your ass.
My
Your
lips are
career
sealed
is in my
until-
hands.
How many free
until
meals do you
after.
get?
I mean, not many. I mean, I don't play that game. Like, that's the whole
Well,
thing
and
we
people
discourage.
shouldn't, which,
know,
yeah.
No.
it's you need to
so
be
much fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, So, but the point is that this woman from Field and Fire sent me an email, and she was like, "Thank you so much. It made my day." Like,
Yeah.
it takes 2
That's
seconds
awesome.
to write,
That's
you
cool.
made my day, and I'm like, made me happy that this. I'm same like you. I don't dole out 5 stars all that often. I'm pretty generous. Like, I'm pretty positive. I don't really like writing negative reviews unless I had like a really horrible.
No, you have to work really hard.
Yeah, I'm usually 3 or 4 kind of gal, but I gave this place a 5 because holy crap, this stuff is good. And that was, I think, she acknowledged the fact that, that took a while for me to share, and it felt great. And I get stories from like that all the time from other Yelp users who are like, this business owner reached out to me and was like, thank you so much, or whatever. And they're like, they have a customer for life. Like,
Well, I got approached by my corner bar. There's a restaurant across the street that it was awful. Worst experience, like terrible food. Everything was awful. But I'll give them another shot because they're local, right? So the manager actually came in the corner bar that I, just talked about and said, hey, I read your review. I hope you give us another shot. So it's crazy that people are not only paying attention, but they see my ugly mug and they remembered what I wrote. And I was shocked that she knew that word for word, she said, what I wrote, and I'm like, oh my God.
I had the weirdest. So across the street, Sharon, one of the school teachers.
Yeah.
We were hanging out at the Ferndale DIY art fair thing last weekend, and the guy.
Dude, you were doing what?
Wow, dude! Long story.
Did you take selfies?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, what happened was I sat at WOB and they walked around and looked at art. But the guy she's dating, he's like, I gotta ask, and he pulls up the Yelp app, and he's like, I went to this place, and he pulls up the review, and he's like, is that you? And I was like, and it's Dave P, and I'm like, yeah, that's totally me. And he was like, man, as I'm reading the review, that was totally your voice, totally your everything. Yeah, that had to be you. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's how we've always been told about our blogs.
We type. I type like I talk. Yeah,
type like you talk. So I had a question about that, the suggested reviews. So if you have a user that's checked into one particular place but hasn't reviewed it yet, how automated is that? Or is that the business saying, "Hey, I noticed you've checked in here but haven't reviewed us or given us a star rating yet"?
No, it's the site. It's just sort of like a way to keep track of. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like
not the business owner saying, "Hey."
Nope. There's nothing. We actually discourage business owners from asking for reviews because it does then tend to kind of get in that weird, murky.
But then you do like us on Yelp stickers on the front doors. Isn't that kind of perpetuating?
It's a little bit different. It's it's saying, "Hey, we're on Yelp. If you want to look us up, if you want to read about it, go ahead."
Fair enough.
But rather than saying like review us on Yelp, we'll give you 10% off or do this or do
right.
that.
Yeah.
It's a little less like solicitous. It feels a little more like
because I had gotten a couple of those notices, and I didn't know if it was automated or it was actually the business owner saying.
No, it's automated. Anytime you have an interaction, so like sometimes I'll leave a mobile tip, and it'll say, "You left a mobile tip for this place. Why don't you write a review?"
I love it when I log back into Yelp and it says, "Hey, we loved your tip. Give us the rest."
Thank you.
Hey, we are up against the break. What's the event? Can you remind everybody when?
Yeah, October 10th. It's a Friday night on at the Fillmore.
Paid.
Yeah, bring those $5 bills for the Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit. You can just go to Yelp.com and we have an events page that you click on that and it's right at the top. It's Detroit Yelp City. It's called from 7 to 10 p.m. Just RSVP there. As long as you make the cut, we're gonna probably have a rush of people on Wednesday when our newsletter goes out.
That's always how it happens.
So I would recommend the next couple days hopping on, signing up for a free profile if you don't already have one.
Well, and we had the link out on our Facebook page today.
Yep, we did.
We'll have it in the recap tomorrow as well. So,
all right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you being a good sport with our corny jokes.
Yeah, no problem.
And feel better.
Thank you.
Yeah, hope you feel better.
Thanks for suffering through with me.
You're more than welcome to hang out too. So
yeah, absolutely. We'll be back in segment 3 with Make It Detroit Productions. This is the IT and the D Show.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.
IT and the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit. One beer at a time.
Dig you IT geeks. This is Dre DeMatteo from Sons of Anarchy. You are listening to IT and the D.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
Wubba, wubba, wubba. Our show's in trouble.
I don't know what that was, but it...
Stacy Q, all day long, the IT and the D Show.
That was Company B, and then Pretty Poison.
I don't know either one.
It doesn't matter. Just don't play it again, okay?
This is segment 3, episode 60 of the IT and the D Show.
Oh, you wait till next week now, mister.
Oh, it's going down.
We're in the Raw Radio X studios in the Russell Industrial, beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. Bob the sales guy here with Dave the Geek, Jeff the voice of reason, and we are segment 3. We're
drinking Ninja Chicken.
We're on the Ninja Chicken now from Falling Down Beer Company. The show is brought to you by Logic, Callis, and Quantum. Hit them up online. And we got the guys from Make This Detroit Productions in the house. Not too long. What was it? A couple of events ago. You guys are like, hey, we want to shoot a video. We're like, okay. You guys brought a couple of SLR cameras and just told us to go. And you guys put out the coolest absolute commercial of like what I kind of encompassing what IT and the D is. We're like, yeah, I think we'll keep these guys around.
It's our meet page.
Yeah. So we got Chris and Scotty. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us and
thanks,
putting up with our tomfoolery.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that video was top notch, guys.
You know, I love the fact that you guys give us absolutely no direction on that. We had absolutely no budget for it. It was perfect. I think I bought beers for the guys that were doing the video production and some dinner, but...
It sounds like everything we do.
Yeah, right? No budget, we're in the hole immediately.
Yeah, no budget, no direction, just go.
Yeah. But honestly, the content is most important when you're doing videos like this, and you guys have great content. I mean, number one, your story on IT and the D, on how you guys were formed and how you launched and what you guys do and offer. That's awesome. And then the people that were there that have continually gone to these events for the past 5 years plus, they had some really, really nice things to say. So we had some great interviews, some great content. And with that, the master of editing, Chris, they did their magic. And
we felt it was kind of weird because I felt bad. I'm like, oh my god, we just like farted this out. Like, literally, like we sat and we're like,
that's our style, man. Come on.
But at the same time, like sometimes it's good to kind of make something. It's not even out of nothing. There was a lot going on, but it was. I felt like the whole point of the video was to showcase what you guys do. So as opposed to making like just a commercial saying like, "Hi, my name is da 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 da," even though it did kind of have that interview sort of formula to it, like I said the event was very interactive. It was very engaging, so it was easy to capture. I mean,
yeah, you guys cut it.
It's simple.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of good segues. Cutting from scene to scene. I didn't realize how many conversations you actually had with different people, and it was seamless, and it wasn't in your face.
You guys the whole
too busy
time
drinking.
I was coming out of plants and like popping up out of tables.
Well, no, I mean,
it
wasn't in your face or anything like
when
that.
I held up my beer, I said, "This is what we do."
Yeah, and you were flipping
my middle
everyone
finger
off.
was like up, and I wasn't planning. Were you doing that on purpose? It completely ruined.
Somebody screen capped that.
Oh, everyone, yeah,
Sherry.
Sure.
did.
We had
That's
a
right.
ball with that. I'm like, come on, great content. You guys are.
There are so many. There
Yeah.
are so many great memes that I made of that have never seen the light of day.
Post them all.
We were laughing when we were editing it because like right when the video starts up, Bob's clearly flicking off the camera, and we didn't know. We're like, is he trying to flick us off? Like, because we just met him. Is he think it's like this is gonna be kind of weird? But
no, it's the guy pushing up his glasses with the middle finger. I'm like, dude, did you flip me off? I'm like, no, I'm pushing on my glasses.
Not as far as you know. Why?
But Scott, you brought up a point earlier about
improve.
You brought up a good point earlier when you said we didn't script this, and it goes back to you being a sales guy. I'm a sales guy. If you know your business, your boss could say QBR in 5 minutes, and you could dissertate your business.
Right.
And that's kind of what we've been doing this for so long that all you got to do is say go, and I don't want to script it. I want it to be what comes out of my mouth right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, if I can't talk about it off the top of my head, I'm doing something wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your snippet, that 30-second snippet was perfect.
To be honest, most other organizations that we talk to, we want to script them out a little bit. There's very few people that pull
Chris
off
was
what
shocked.
you guys did.
Chris was shocked we didn't have a script for the show.
Oh,
we're like, we have nothing.
I did actually. They're like, you guys want to come on the IT and the D show? They're like, yeah, we're scripting right now. And I look over and I see Dave's notebook, and I'm like,
I met with Chris this morning at Starbucks. At Starbucks at 8 in the morning.
I wrote my monologue. No, I'm totally joking, but I mean,
I met with him this morning at 8 o'clock at Starbucks, and he's like, wants a bullet point to talk about what we do. And I'm like, no.
He's like, this isn't that type of show. No, because I've been on the radio before, and they're like, okay, you got 3 minutes, exactly 3 minutes.
Yeah, you got to hit on all the important points.
And there's no us, there's no ums, and they're like, there's going to be a lot of us and ums in this.
And a lot of
We're
drinking.
just going to basically be having conversational fun. I'm like,
you got a bottle of tequila in front of you. What kind of show you think this is?
That's right. Good old Cabresto tequila, by the way. They're doing a lot with a lot of shows on the network.
Except us.
So I'm really happy you guys
Change
like the
that
video.
for the moment.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Are you guys going to share it out on social media?
Like I said, it's on.
It's already out there.
It's on the Meet page. It's all over the place.
We posted it on Facebook shortly after you sent it to us.
Well,
nice.
That's the thing with video. We kind of
put it on the right side of the homepage. Can you do that, Dave?
I'm sure we can.
Yes,
I don't see no reason why you can't embed it. Yeah, do that. It's that good that we should put it up there.
Well, we were
throw it up there.
We were talking about this before, and it's funny because video it's evolving, but I think it's like de-evolving. If that's even a word. I literally think it's kind of going back to where someone would rather watch somebody else doing something. And I'm just gonna say, even my stepson, we're watching him play Minecraft. I don't know if any of Minecraft's out there, but like this is the cool thing on YouTube, and that's where it's tricky for businesses these days. 238 views is actually a lot of views. To go into the world or the YouTube world and say like, okay, I'm going to post a video and this is going to get millions and millions of views. Like your competition is between like 13-year-old and say 19-year-old. These days you need a visual.
My kid watches trolling Minecraft videos. And I laugh.
It's got millions of views.
But
probably,
you think
right?
it's funny? I watch trolling Battlefield 4 videos, and I laugh my ass
So
off.
I don't understand. My daughter just got into playing Minecraft on her iPad, and why would she be interested in watching somebody play Minecraft?
That's exactly it. It's not even the you're not like absorbing anything. You're not doing anything. There's no cognitive ability in your brain. You're not saying like, okay, I'm playing a video game. You're watching somebody play a video game.
Right.
You're showing off.
And
you're not even watching them. You're watching a recording of them playing a video game.
Millions
let's
of
say
views.
it's digital Legos.
Right, you said that earlier, so it's like me watching you.
Let's say you make the Millennium Falcon out of Lego.
Okay.
You take a picture and you put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's no different than going, look at my castle. Come watch it on YouTube.
Watch me how I
built it. And in 2 minutes.
So it's like an instructional thing.
Yeah, so you get to go inside of it and look at all the crap I put in it.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, it's exactly the reason why we started this company is because there's so many people. Everybody's got an iPhone or some device you can take a video with.
Yeah.
And it's crap. So we're putting out really, really creative.
But everyone's got short attention spans, man.
Well, yeah, high quality content that's relevant to whatever cause. or organization.
Well, the best ones that are doing it right now are like BuzzFeed, Funny or Die, where they're like minute and a half, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the sweet spot there? Have you
know.
guys clued into that? Like, is it a minute? Is it 2 minutes?
I think the best videos are the ones that don't try. So the ones that go into it and it's organic. I think the ones that like overthink it, like sure you have your Dollar Shave Club successes and that's awesome and that's great and they did a really good job of preparing that.
Gillette's doing that now to combat them. I saw a commercial today.
But everything,
yeah, but see, that's
everything is an advertisement. Going back to the whole like 285 views or 1,000 views is actually a lot if you think about it. If you're getting 4 customers out of that, and your product is
why people still
going
send
for $1,000, and you're paying.
We got
That's why people still
for a
send
video.
spam email.
We got 143,000. We got no customers.
Last
week.
We live in an age of ADD. I mean,
ADHD,
right? So nobody has the time to put into a 10 or 15
I'm sorry, what were you
minute-
saying?
Or
I was forced to watch a 30-second ad on a YouTube video, and I almost pulled my hair out. Like, it was the most awful.
It's a long
forced.
time.
You couldn't skip it after 5. It was forced.
Yeah.
And I wanted to scream. And it's 30 seconds.
There's nothing. I would never watch it. It would never happen.
That's why I don't do the HBO Go thing. That's why I don't do Hulu. That's why I don't do all those things, because they force you to watch commercials. I've been so conditioned by TiVo to fast forward through all that crap that
I don't need commercials.
I don't need
ever.
that. David, you and I joke about this all the time. Like, our daughters, they're growing up in a world where everything's just a show. There is no broadcast media. There's no schedule.
It's on Monday night.
Oh my God! It's 8 o'clock. Dukes of Hazzard's on. Hurry up, get to the TV.
Yeah, there's no
there's none of that
anymore.
No,
There's none of
What
that.
do you guys usually use YouTube for? Just curious. I honestly, I think YouTube has become so big. It's become so saturated. But
I
these
use
days,
YouTube to
everybody's
find
real.
stuff that I need to rip.
Okay.
Yeah, tutorials.
Yeah, honestly,
I mean, my kids.
Saturated,
You
great
could do
word.
anything like on YouTube. You could find anything.
I'm
like,
teaching my
okay,
daughter-
I'm gonna learn how to make this drink.
No, I'm
or
teaching
gonna learn how
I'm teaching
to
my kids anything
start
you
a
want to
lawnmower.
learn, anything you need to do in life. It's Google or YouTube. You can find a tutorial. You can find a Word document on how to do it. You can find a tutorial on how to do it. So there's no more, no more questioning Daddy. Go to YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. But what I'm saying is it's a resource, and then I get lost in YouTube. Once you start clicking, then you look to the right,
Oh,
you
you
start
get-
clicking more.
Oh yeah.
Before you know it, you're
Yeah,
looking at like exorcisms and
Bobby,
yeah,
you bring a great point
You go
up.
into the
And it's like 4
rabbit
clicks
hole.
away, and it goes way down the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole.
Yeah, it does.
Most people think of, when you make, video production or video marketing, it's just all about sales and marketing. It's not. There's so many applications for video. There's education. There's safety. You think about, we live in the manufacturing capital of the country. When you think about the things you can do on the manufacturing floor with video for safety, for OSHA and ISO. And all
Well,
that
Scott, sales has changed. You know that. It's not about the demo and the follow-up and the quote. It's all about the education and the engagement. The relationship is completely 180 in sales than what it used to be. If you're not doing those things, if you're not putting out, if you're not teaching, if you're not engaging, if you're not be like family with your customers, you're dead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love when people come up to me and they're like, "We need to make a viral video," and I'm like,
You already failed.
You've already
"Are you
failed.
kidding me? Like, you need to make a viral video? You can't make a viral
Like,
video.
like
It's gotta-
you want to do
it's
a
gotta
video
come from your
about
heart.
a
They
virus?
totally missed the point.
We had someone come on the show. I'm not going to say who it is, but he used to talk to me every week that I want to make something that goes viral. I mean, you can't just make it. Doesn't work like that. You know what I mean?
Like we're still thinking back to the one thing that took off the most of anything we've ever posted was that stupid Hoth.
Oh my God, that was so
Luke
stupid.
and Han Hoth
During the snowstorm.
Oh my God!
We're
Yes,
going
right.
we're going to the store. Does anybody need anything? Meme, and it hit like 80,000 people on Facebook.
1,200
had
shares.
Thousands
Yeah.
of shares.
It's ridiculous what goes viral, what doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
But it didn't gain us 2 new likes.
No.
Who cares?
We should have boosted it.
No, we shouldn't have.
Bob, if this unnamed guy wants to make a viral video, just say no problem. We're going to have somebody set up a video camera. I'm going to kick you in the balls as hard as I can. We're going
Right.
to capture it.
Well,
perfect.
I got my.
we have a couple Navy chicks that can do the slap.
Right.
I got a flip cam on 24/7 on my baby, trying to get her to fart so I can post it on YouTube.
But that's the stuff. You know what? It's funny because that's the type of stuff. Was it Adele? That was the bell. What I'm saying, like, if you think about it, though, like a view, like if people
Bo must be so proud.
If people premeditate it,
she knows.
If people premeditate it, they overthink it, and this I tell to any company, anyone coming into it, and they're saying like, "Oh my god, I want to make a video." Tell your story. Tell your story. What is your story? Give it from the heart. Give it from whatever. Like if you have something. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Don't think like this is going to go viral. Just start thinking like you would talk to your friend and say, "This is what I do."
And like that's why when you ask us about whether it's scripts for the show or for the event,
show
filming
prep.
and all that.
That was so wrong.
No, we don't.
So wrong.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't need to. We refuse to.
High quality. Make it personal. Make it relevant.
What it
make
reminds
it
me of?
creative, and you're good.
Chris,
ignore the stats. Just concentrate on good quality content.
Yeah. Chris, it reminds me of the scene in the Johnny Cash movie where it's like you got one song, you're dying, and you're in front of Jesus Christ himself, and you got one song to sing. What are you going to sing? Like, that's pretty much the message.
Pretty much it.
What you got, what you have.
Came down to Georgia.
About Jesus Christ and being famous,
Yeah, I mean, that was it was fulsome. But what I'm saying is that the guy poured his guts out.
Yep.
For that, and it came, like what you were saying, like if you don't know your business and you can't just sit there and talk for a half an hour on your business, like everyone always, like I did a webinar training in front of like 300 people nationally, and I used no notes, and I had 10 slides, and I went for 45 minutes, and I had 10 minutes Q&A. But they said, you didn't have any notes? I'm like, if you don't know your business, you can't talk for half an hour on what you're in the wrong line of work.
You're done.
Yep. That's the thing. Is like if people say like, oh my god, like be a video horror. I've actually had people come up to me like, I want to make a video, and I've said like, you probably shouldn't do it. And it's like, well, why? Because
you know better.
Well, what are you trying to get from it? Like, what do you actually want to make from it? If you're gonna make a video, like anything that you can say, yes, you can make a visual, but your heart still has to be in it.
Well, we talked about taping a show with you.
Yep.
A few times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Making it like Stern did it first, and then Comic Book Man, and it's been done. It
has been done. Yep.
I don't see it bringing any value. Like I don't want anybody looking at my ugly mug, and we're cracking stupid jokes and drinking beer. Like, what are you going to get out of it? What value does it add?
There's got to be a takeaway. There has to be value.
Like a banner behind us or something.
Right.
I mean, just to do it doesn't make any sense. There's
Exactly.
gotta be value. There has to be a takeaway. You either growing your
Stern
brand.
doing it was because he always had the hot women on. Everybody wanted to see what they look like. I got you
Absolutely.
here, Scott. So I mean,
But the video is
we get another soundbite of that.
I put them down.
where the video comes in. It's like where you go to the bathroom and you go whatever you're doing your thing, and then you're like, oh my god, I said this amazing idea, but the show is over.
While you're
That's
pooping,
where
you can say while
you're taking a dump.
Right.
You premeditate this amazing idea, but like I said, your heart, there's still substance there. You know what I mean? And that's where, and there goes the bell. But you can make a good video out of that, and that's where it's like you're not just using technology for the sake of technology. Like I feel my annoyance to stay with video is, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to make film. I've always wanted to be in movies, and then it's like, oh my god, the iPhone exploded. Now anybody can make a movie and throw it up on YouTube. So does that mean it's good?
Well, look at the dads making the kid with the Star Wars and whoever put that was awesome.
That was pretty tight.
Going through the toy store, and I'm like, whoever did that guy. So that's the stuff you got to look at.
You don't think that was a production company?
Still goes
The
back.
guy
to
probably
quality,
the guy probably does it for a living.
What do you guys think about this family who's making these videos? The back to
They
school
can
video and
kiss my ass.
You know what? I get
The
so
what? Wait,
angry.
what are you
It's
talking
a
about?
family.
The pajama.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think of that? I mean, it's good production. It's well
No, but
scripted,
then
it's
they-
like I
cheap-
just want to punch him in the face.
Cheap
I'm like,
commercial at the
stop
end.
it.
No. Cheap commercial at the end. If they just kept their mouth shut and just let it be viral and not brought up the cheap plug at the end, I would have been fine with it.
Right.
Honestly, if you want to make something fun with your family, and then lo and behold, it goes viral.
What do you mean by cheap commercial?
They- they-
They check out our other videos. Type of thing? Is that like-
But do you know the backstory of that whole family and what that is? Like when they had the Christmas jammies one.
Yeah. I mean, the wife was on Iron Man,
got
right?
laid off and decided to start his own production company.
Yeah.
So they're gonna plug it. Why wouldn't they? That's like asking us to we're gonna do a video and we're not gonna mention IT and the D.
No.
Well,
No, I get the plug-in for sure, but I'm saying like if you're gonna create something, if you're gonna put something together, just because you have a camera, just because the technology is available these days,
just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Exactly, and doesn't mean it's good, and it doesn't mean like you shouldn't do a video, but you got to put some thought behind it, and that's kind of what we've kind of spun into. It's like, well, if you're going to do something, there's a lot of things you can create out of it. There's a lot of things that you can put together with it, but you got to go a little bit deeper. Because everybody's got a camera these days.
If you would have asked me 3 years ago, would I be watching some guy narrate, watching him playing a video game and laughing with his buddies? I was like, you're on crack. And it's a comedy.
I know, that's crazy.
We grab the YouTube. That's like 3 times a week in our house. I'll grab my Xbox One, we'll go on the YouTube app, and me and my kids will look up funny videos, and we'll just sit there and laugh. And we got short attention span, and we probably watch 50, 60 videos. I would have never thought
that's better quality entertainment than you'll find on 247.
Well, no, because it's on-demand, stupid entertainment.
Right, yeah.
If I flip through the channels, it's going to, God knows if there's anything entertaining.
Exactly.
YouTube was up to, what, was it like 1 billion views a day? It's got to be over that, too.
Oh, easily.
1 billion views a day. Think about that.
Yeah.
So if you post something, you're like, hey, this one's going to go viral.
There's like an hour of video. There's like an hour of video that's added every 4 seconds.
I've watched it 40 times.
Well, I put up, when me and my wife went to Mexico, I put like 20 pictures, like 40 pictures, and just like a kind of like a recap, and I shot it, I just did it in Windows Movie Maker. I think that's the only video I have over 100 views, and I just put stuff up for my kids, and I sent it to my dad.
Bo in a bikini, so yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet. Wait a minute. Why have I not seen
that?
That
hit like 10,000 or 8,000 something like that views, and I'm like, what?
Here,
the?
let me send that to Scott.
You know why? Because it's on TripAdvisor. Because I put the name of the hotel, so everyone.
Bone and bikinis on TripAdvisor.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing with views, which I found really funny. And if I can, I'm even going to ask your listeners. It's like once you have a video, what do you do with it? That's a big question. Is a lot of people, once they shoot a video and they post it on their website, they don't post anything. They're like, I posted it, but nobody looked at it. I don't know.
It's only give it a second. It's only been out there for 10 minutes.
It's got to go up to a satellite in space and come back down to Earth. But give it a second.
Louis C.K.
Yeah.
But how many business cards do you actually hand out? I have a business card in my hand right now, and yeah, we could probably change this up in 6 months. But you think about it. You're handing out, 100, 200 business cards? Some people, a day, when you go to some of your networking events, people are flinging these out like ninjas.
Yeah.
They're stuck in their teeth.
And they're flinging them in the garbage
They're stuck in their eye. It's like a ninja star. They're sending this out. But you think about it.
It's all about the connections, man.
Just from somebody who...
So instead you should hand them a video.
Or text them.
Or what?
And I just gave him a business card.
I was going for a segue.
No, don't go there.
No,
I know where he's going.
Where's he going?
But the point is, if you're thinking
He's
like
video email guy.
Oh my god, 2.0.
The original, Chris, the original Don't Be That Guy was trying to sell me multi-level marketing video email. Like in 2000, like in 2000.
It's overkill.
No, it's like in 99 or 2000.
Was he 6'2", balding, kind of shady?
He kept going. What am I doing? Video email. So speaking of that, hey, we're you guys sticking around for 4th segment?
Absolutely.
This is we'll be back in a few. This is the IT and the D show.
We'll be right back.
IT in the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit. One beer at a time.
This is Robert Hayes with Ted Stryker to my mother. When I'm not hanging out at the Magumbo bar, I'm listening to the IT and the D show. It's worse than Detroit.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D show.
All right, we're back. Segment 4, episode 60. IT and the D show. We're sitting in the Raw Radio X Studios in the Russell Industrial Center, beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy, Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason, and Scott's here, and Chris is gone from Make It Detroit Productions.
Make this Detroit.
Make this Detroit.
God, we said that like 30 times. We got to talk about that. If you want to find us online, itandthe.com, Facebook/itandthe.com, Twitter/itandthe.com.
How about Facebook.com
Twitter, Twitter.com
at IT and the D.
Whatever.
IT and the D, all of the things.
Right. And we are IT and the D, and you are not.
Right.
I just had to throw that out there.
Yes.
Right. Because it's segment 4.
So,
crazy kookiness
It
happens.
is segment 4, so your moment of we're all old.
Oh. Yeah, I hate you for that post earlier. 30 years.
84, right? Yeah.
30.
Revenge of the Nerds is 30 years.
Dude, all of the movies that are cool.
84 all of the things are 30 years.
Yeah, Karate Kid.
Shedding a tear right now. This is amazing.
Oh my god, kiss my ass.
30. Eighth grade dance.
Okay.
Rocking back and forth.
Chris, when he gets back, he just said
he was born in 84.
He just said he's 29.
Awkward boner.
He was born in 84.
Ass out.
The Tigers won the World Series 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Some bitch. I remember the window open. My dad let me go outside at like 11:30 at night and listen to all the cars beeping their horns.
Yeah.
Like that's vivid memory.
84. I think it was 6th grade.
You're 11. I was 11.
Yeah. Well, I'm older than you.
Yeah, I know, but I was 11.
Yeah.
That's 7th. That's 6th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade. Whatever.
I think I was in 8th.
I'm freaking old. Don't ever do that to me again.
It's only going to get worse, Bob. It's only going to get worse.
When are we going to have the Commodore 64 episode with the 300 baud modem? I want that.
That's how I learned to program. That was my first computer, was a Commodore 64.
Mine too.
Yeah. Had a little A/B switch on the back of the black and white TV.
10, go to 20.
That's right. Yeah.
Run,
yeah.
And when you figured out the Go Sub, you were like, "Oh man, that's cool."
It was the funny thing was when you had the Commodore Pets in junior high with lemonade stand, and you hit run stop like 18 times,
Yeah.
and then like you got into the code, and like, dude, I'm a hacker, man.
Yeah, that's right.
And then that would save all like potty words instead of lemonade stand.
I used to tell my parents I was hacking before I even knew what hacking was. They're like, "What are you doing? Packing? Where are you going?"
Right. I got my buddy's
ColecoVision.
My buddy's brother wrote a freak code. I probably told the story before.
Yeah.
But
PH. PH.
Whatever. Yeah, freak code.
Yeah.
And we used it to call Yogi's Cave BBS in a 248.
Yeah.
And I think I racked up like $2,000 worth of 18. They finally caught up to it.
I say, well, then it wasn't really a freak code because.
Well, no, but they caught that it was an unauthorized user using them. Oh my God! My dad took the modem. I think he's still in orbit somewhere. Oh my God! I've never seen anybody so pissed off at me in his life.
So the story I thought was interesting. We can dive back into other stuff later, but I mean the whole thing about there's this new trend in the subprime car loan market where they're well, yeah, exactly, Autobots. But that whole not only do they GPS you to find out where the car is, but they have the remote shut-off device in the car.
When I saw you
That's been in GM vehicles forever.
Hang on, when I saw you put that story out, didn't
Melfar Superstar
get busted for that?
Right. And now it's like,
and that was like 10 years ago,
right?
More
and
than
it's
that.
becoming more and more prevalent. And people there's at least one case where somebody said they shut the car off when they were driving.
No, that's not possible.
Courting.
That's not true.
That's impossible.
Wait, what do you mean if you don't pay for your things, you can't have your things?
Well, what a novel concept, Bob. Tell us more.
Well, there's the whole thing about the water bills.
Driving's a fundamental right.
No,
human right.
Is it? Yeah. Well, everyone should have a free car and free water.
Right. Well, but what they're saying is that, basically when there's these places are, what I thought was interesting, they're violating a lot of the laws that are in place at a state level to protect consumers, where they're shutting these people's cars off when they're 3 days late, 5 days late, 1 day late.
I know nothing.
So the check in the mail is no longer valid.
Hang on, I know nothing about legal stuff. You know this because I bounce stuff crap off. You watch way too much Law and Order, and that's why.
Thanks, Greg.
If it's in the contract, even though it's state law, whatever, if it's in the contract and the T's and C's and the consumer signs it,
Contract can't supersede state law.
Okay.
If the state law says that you must give them 30 days, and then you must send a letter, and then you must do this, you can't supersede that.
So the whole point of a contract is it has to adhere to whatever state law is in place.
There's a state law procedure on credit and repo and all that? Okay. I knew there was on the repo thing. I know there.
Yeah.
But just, yeah. So when you shut the car off, are they coming to get it?
Maybe. Or maybe they just, and that's where a lot of people
just seizes up on 96.
Well, I mean, that's got to be a safety nightmare. That's totally ridiculous.
What they're saying is,
they're not going to shut a car off on 96.
Apparently, one time they did. I mean, but at least one time they did. But the most common implement, they're saying it won't start. So if you drive to the store and then they send it the shut-off signal, it just won't start again.
Yeah.
And then you're stranded at the store.
So they won't send that shut-off signal until you're parked.
That makes sense. So if you get out of the car and to go buy coffee at a 7-Eleven, you get back in, you try to start it.
Isn't putting a GPS on it enough?
Well, and that's one of the stories.
So they're putting repo people out of business.
No, actually, they're helping the repo business because it helps them identify the cars easier.
Yeah,
but why do they need the repo business if they got their own people? They could just go do it if they shut it down. They don't need
But like one of the pieces of blowback was it was a story about a lady who had left her abusive. Yeah, so there's a lady who had left her abusive husband, and she went to a shelter. And I guess the shelter, again, there was something in the contract that said, the car wasn't supposed to leave a certain, 4 counties or whatever. And this shelter wasn't in one of those counties, and so they shut the car off. And they came and got the car. And so she was all freaked out, like, okay, well, can my abusive husband find me through the same methods that you did?
Probably.
I mean, it's just weird. I mean, and it's one of those weird privacy things where if people are in,
are they not making customers aware though that this exists?
But again, how many people read?
Nobody.
EULAs?
Yes. No, but someone has to talk to them about. Hey, do you know that?
But if people are in a shitty set of circumstances, and they have bad credit and all that kind of stuff, and this is the only way they can get a car. Should that still be legal? Like, I get it that it's a high-risk loan. Then don't make those loans.
Yeah, you started this conversation about subprime loans, or whatever. So this isn't just across the board. This is for people that are high risk. Is that?
Well, no, and that's part of the article was that this is now creeping up above that above the subprime market, and they're installing it in near prime loan cars. And who knows when it's going to be in anybody's car.
I saw a commercial for get a Galaxy 5 at a Rent-A-Center. I almost died.
Really?
Yeah. Like, do you remember like the commercials, like the Indian guy, like, hey, I'm cheap, sucking, blah, 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 and I'm here with this loan company, and we can give you $10,000 tomorrow. Right. And they gave the payment, and they gave the term. Well, I decided to do the math on my calculator on my phone. $10,000, like over 4 years, your payback was $75,000. And it's like, but people are doing it because commercials are still running.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, it's it's an Indian tribe, and therefore it's not governed by
sacred laws?
federal banking laws.
I thought you were talking about the Indian where he throws the trash and then he starts crying.
No, we haven't seen that one in a while.
That was before your time. You never saw that commercial.
Yeah, you were on the hall when we were playing Purple Rain. That actually came out before you were born.
No, but those things, the payday loan. I mean, I hate to be like, oh, you gotta have laws for that, but you really should, because they're preying, like having a Galaxy phone at a Rent-A-Center. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, and
hey, listen, I worked at a Rent-A-Center ages ago when I was
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, sorry. And so the objective was to rent the equipment out or whatever, the
rent
couch
a Galaxy,
out or whatever, for like I forget the amount, but it was an insane amount of money. And then once they took it back in, then they just sold it outright. So they made just the profit on it was just horrific.
Oh, absolutely!
And
It's like $4,000 for like an $800 TV. After the thing's all done,
more than that.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was scary.
It's like your phone subsidy. It's ridiculous.
You're paying like $10,000 for a computer.
Did you see the thing that they?
It's leasing 101. You're driving a car you can't afford.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see the?
My wife harps on me about that all the time.
What was? I hate to make a fake number up. I'm making numbers on the spot, but like modem rental for the telcos, for like the ISPs, right?
Oh, it's probably a huge chunk of their business.
It's obscene how much money they're making.
Same thing with the cable boxes for the cable TV.
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about.
Right, because they charge you people are paying for
$8 a month if you're not paying attention to it. Then you can walk into Best Buy and buy one for $60.
Yeah,
$8 you're talking about the cable modem. I'm talking about the cable boxes, the for the TV, the converters.
But then there was I read story. It was on Reddit, and I dug a little deeper, and they were talking about the one grandma died, and she was paying like from Ma Bell, like $6 a month for like the rotary phone.
Oh God!
And never gave it back. And they did the total. Like she paid like $6,000 for this rotary phone because she kept paying like the $7 a month.
Didn't know any better.
And then when she died, Ma Bell wanted the MF her back. Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, what are you gonna do with that other than put it in a museum?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that phone?
Exactly.
Or like mounted in the boardroom as here's the scammiest customer we ever got the best out of.
Well, that's why it's funny you bring that up because that's how the IT leasing business is these days. Because like back in the old 10 years ago, instead of refreshing, those companies got paid keeping your gear in, like in those
Right.
data centers for 10 years. Pure profit. Then they'd pull it out and they'd resell it again. Like the guys that were in the leasing business in the late 90s are all retired now.
They killed it. They killed it.
Right. Oh, just destroy. But they also killed the entire industry now, because if you even mention that word, lease, you want to lease this? Like, that's like slapping them in the mouth. Like, it's such a bad word in this business. Where now they have to, it's kind of like toilet paper became bathroom tissue. Like leasing has become life cycle management, right? Where the whole business has
I
been
see a lot more with software now, though. Not hardware, but software.
Exactly.
That's why. Dave and I were joking about this. You can't buy Photoshop anymore. You have to rent it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adobe. Yeah, Adobe's got that whole
Anything you
subscription model.
Yeah, it's insane.
Anything you turn into a monthly annuity. Look what WWE would with.
So you can pay a monthly subscription to have your identity stolen?
You get,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
You
right.
get sucked into it though, and I'm not trying to bash Adobe by any means, but it's like as
That's
soon
okay,
as
we're
you
good
sign
here.
up,
You go
like,
ahead.
you get God, what was it? Audition for like editing, and I'm like,
You get
I
all of
want
their
this for a
apps.
month.
All
But
of
if you
their
don't-
apps for $30
If you
a
don't
month.
cancel it in 27 minutes, you're gonna have this for 4 years. Like it's crazy. Like and they'll hook you in.
But look what bring
Well,
up
how is
wrestling.
that not the equivalent of like phone slamming? Like all those charges that got outlawed by the FCC back in the day.
It is. I think it is the same. It's like they're like, oh, if you don't cancel this in 2 days, you're basically screwed for the next year.
Jeez. Well, look where TV's going. I brought up WWE. They're instead of charging pay-per-view $50, $60, WrestleMania $75, they're charging a flat $9.95.
$9.95. Every
$9.99 a month.
single show
And
they
you get-
plug it.
And you get the entire access to the entire library. And they busted the
With
cable.
none of the music that you love.
None of the music.
So how are they getting past all the regulations and everything? Is this
They
blazing
bypass
it for-
cable. It's an app on my Xbox One.
It's basically a Roku app.
Yeah.
Got it.
So they said screw
So
you.
it's like all the
cable.
channels on the Apple TV, same type of
Yep.
thing.
It's going to get that way with ESPN because I heard did you see how much your monthly nut goes to ESPN? It's like $12 or $14 of your monthly cable bill is just to pay.
Yep.
ESPN.
Wait, WWE.
Wait, how do you
$9.95? You said.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is going back to the Stone Cold and Rock days. So
Yeah, but
it's
no,
not
but
much anymore.
Well, but they used to do the pay-per-views. Like every month, they'd have a $30 pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, and that was fun because one of your friends would get his dad to rent it.
Yeah.
And you'd go over there and you're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, but
And
now
you know,
everybody's got it, and you
Bob's
still get
basement.
Wait, how are you able?
On any device.
How are you able to line item that a part of your bill goes to ESPN? Did you actually have?
No. They talked about it.
Oh no, they've broken it out before.
Yeah,
where
who? You're talking about all the who owns who? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
like Comcast has come out and said, "Hey, it costs us."
Yeah, here's why. When everybody rails
okay.
about the
About
well,
the bill,
hey,
yeah.
it's,
Gotcha.
ESPN costs us X amount, to
Okay.
have it, and this, A&E wants this.
You want
and
Viacom? That's why Dish will have a big thing like we're getting rid of Viacom. I'm losing
Yeah.
Comedy Central. No.
Yeah.
But
Show of hands, who loves their cable company?
show of hands, great radio, Scott.
Crickets.
Here's the things. Here's the we had Comcast in, and it's like you hate Comcast, but you have no one else that'll deliver to you. So it's like, well, what are you supposed to do?
That's
My new
what's
hate is
infuriating.
AT&T.
Oh, we had a long,
I hate
2 hour just yelling argument, screaming
Why?
how
See-
frustrated we were with AT&T.
I want to unplug. Go.
Do it.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing with AT&T. As soon as you sign up, you're basically their slave for the rest of your life. You have nothing. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to get out of it. It's literally as soon as you are locked into AT&T. Here's the thing. We moved. So I was in Farmington. Okay, I was in Farmington Hills, and I moved to Novi. I'm like, oh, this is a good move. I was like, I want to stay with AT&T. This is going to be a great thing. As soon as we went over to Novi, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to give you money back, and we're going to transfer you. Finding out that AT&T doesn't offer service in that area, so we're like, okay, that's not so bad. Not only we're not going to get any money back, we're not going to get any discounts, but now we're going to have to pay for DSL, get a new modem, and installation charges all under AT&T. So that's my rant.
It's good popcorn.
That's my rant.
That was
That's my
great
rant.
music.
That was perfect music. I'm just saying, it's
Every now and then we need the Godfather.
It's
I'm
gotten
just saying.
bad though,
I
man.
got-
It's gotten bad.
I'm eating popcorn. I'm trying to talk. I was in the fiber to the home.
We need a popcorn button.
The Heimlich's on you.
Not too long ago, I was in the fiber to the home business, just to deliver service to your home, putting the thing on the side of the house, wiring your home. $2,000, $2,500, and they wouldn't see profit until like month 36, 37.
Why is that?
The cost of the hardware is insane.
Really?
Yeah.
The little converter box mounted to the side of my house. All the cable.
Probably that thing probably costs $800.
Wow.
If it's fiber to the home.
$800.
Right. The AT&T thing I got, they put a VRAD out at the corner. So basically, it's fiber to the VRAD, then it's copper to your house, right? And so again, they have to put termination equipment on my house, even if it's because I have AT&T Uverse, right?
Yeah.
They have to put termination equipment on my house. It talks to the VRAD at the corner, wherever they put it at the block, and that equipment is crazy expensive.
This whole conversation is pissing me off.
I know. No, seriously, I'm gonna go home and look at my AT&T. Yeah, seriously.
But then you had reliving all my problems.
But then you had to hire.
Then
you had to hire a turnkey out of Grand Rapids to trench, and they'd have to buy a $100,000 ditch witch to pull the fiber through, and the fiber's not cheap. The fiber's crazy expensive. Those guys would buy $100,000 of fiber at a time.
And that's like 9 feet.
No, for maybe like 40 rolls.
Yeah,
goes down this driveway.
The big wooden wheels whatever you see on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Is there anything else though? Like, are there any really other options?
Steal your neighbor's Wi-Fi and be done with it. Yeah. Get rid of cable.
There's not satellite's not there yet. Once satellite gets there, it's going to change. The industry's going to go upside down, right?
Wait, what?
Satellite.
Well, there's always Tolly and Zing.
No. I'm talking like when you had
satellite high speed.
Yeah, when who the hell did it? It wasn't DirecTV. It was one of the.
Somebody had internet satellite or satellite internet.
Oh no, I know. Like the in-laws had satellite internet, and the problem is, download's great. Upload
not so much.
Horrific.
Yeah.
Once
it's going to space. Give it a second.
Exactly. if that catches up, because I mean, you just saw Chevrolet just announced the cars are coming out with 4 LG the cell phone technology.
That's safe.
Right, because I want to put Facebook on my dashboard when I'm driving.
You know, my brother-in-law's a rocket scientist. He actually puts satellites in space. We need to get him in here to talk about why the upload is so slow and the download is fast.
Right. Yeah, it's the same path.
It's the same hell.
We're going into...
It's not like there's more trees going in one direction.
Our packets. But it could work, because I'm on Delta planes using Wi-Fi full... I'm watching YouTube. Actually, you can't do YouTube or... Netflix on the plane when you
because of porn.
I don't know. Yeah, because there's porn on Netflix.
When I lived over in Korea,
says the guy who talks about cheerleader summer.
The taxi drivers would always listen to they would watch dramas as they were driving. And I'm not trying to make bad, but as they would literally watch the drama.
Mark
so it's just a matter of time before
Mark would have
Facebook.
movies. Mark would have movies on his dashboard.
It's just a matter of time. Facebook will
while he's driving.
Yeah, in his old Jeep.
Okay.
Chris, was that North Korea or South Korea?
The king of distracted driving.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't watch movies.
No, you just answer email and text and compose operas or all of it.
Yeah, you sent me an email as we're pulling into the parking lot here. I'm like, wow, that was impressive. You dodged that gate and sent me an email.
I think it's just a matter of time before they have the apps actually plugged into the car. It's literally just going to be right there on your dial. Like, oh, there's Facebook. There you go.
It is.
Gotta
No,
log in,
Chevrolet just launched it.
Oh, it's creepy.
Yeah. Well, you got to buy a cell. You got to go through Verizon to get it.
You know, Bob, I'm
that's always fun.
You didn't name people driving, looking at their phones in your rant. That drives me bananas.
BANANAS.
Oh my gosh, it's you know what? It's crazy.
I'm
so angry. I can't even express how angry I get.
And then you take a picture of me, and you're any better.
Actually, I'm kind of guilty because I was trying to follow you guys, and I looked down at my phone, and I ended up following some completely random. And fortunately, they turned into the Russell Center, because if they didn't, I would have missed it. Just checking Facebook.
Yep.
Coming back from Louisville, the multitasking.
Very important update.
It could have been a TV show.
Every time we drive to Lansing for shifting gears, I have no idea how we don't die.
Were you wearing pants?
Not at one point.
Diapers.
Somewhere in Ohio, there might have been pants.
17 truck drivers beeped. I don't know why. This show's going to hell.
Oh
hey, we are, speaking of the show going to hell, we are at the end of this show. How do we find you guys?
Wait, Bob.
This segment sucks.
Exactly. Wait, do that again? I didn't hear it.
And I got to recue it.
No, never mind. So how do we find you guys?
Easy. Ouija board. No, really. Make this Detroit.productions.
Make this
Detroit.productions. Easy. Go
Dot
there,
production. That's easy?
Easy. Come on, Bob.
Make this
Detroit Productions.
Okay.
There you go.
One more time. Make this Detroit Productions.
This segment sucks.
Hey, go to our website. You can see
Make
some
it
of our videos
Make
we've
this
done.
Detroit.beer. Because they have the .beer just got released.
Yeah.
Can we do it IT&the.beer? Can we get that?
It's my show. I can say what I want.
It's true.
Well, we have IT&the.ninja.
We do. Do we really?
Yes, we do. I bought it.
Stupid.
And you guys can always see our work at IT and the D. You can go to the meetup.
Yeah,
page.
you know, we'll post it. Well, actually, we're going to put it on the homepage, IT&the, trying to get on the right side.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, I'll make that
no,
happen.
stellar work. We were more than impressed. Expectations were low, and you guys over-delivered, which is kind of what business is, or what you should do. And we appreciate you hanging out. How did that go? Appreciate falling down beer company. I can't enunciate.
There's another soundbite.
Oh my god, I can't enunciate. But we appreciate you guys hanging out, and yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Listen, we just finished a video we're going to be posting out to our site. I think in a couple days for the third annual NFL kickoff event that Stephen Tulloch put together. Charity event for his Operation 55 Foundation. Actually,
Cool.
Bob and Bo were there. It was great.
We were. Had a good time.
And so you'll see that video out, and we've got a 3-part documentary that's coming out in the next month on Stephen Tulloch, kind of what he's doing with Operation 55, and kind of more about his history and what he's doing here in
And
Detroit.
how he'll never, ever do the discount double check
He won't
again.
do it again, but an amazing guy doing really, really cool things ever since he's been here in Detroit. So it's good stuff. We want to share that out when we're done. Good
Yep.
stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay. And the Yelp event, Annette had to leave us because she's not feeling good. But so the Yelp event, you can find all of that out at yelp.com/Detroit. We'll have the links and all the fun stuff out in the wild tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
This was the IT&the show.
It was.
Thanks for listening.
Beat it.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Look out, Flash!
Flash! Don't move! Stay where you are!
Long live Flash! You've saved your life. Have a nice day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy. Make the run. The run.
Game over, man. It's game over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill. You need to cool that shit out. And that's the double truth. Ruth.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
How much scotch did you drink that night, by the way?
Half a bottle.
Okay, then shut the hell up.
You're in your underwear. I'm in my underwear. Here, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
Beer me.
Why would Buick put their cars next to the Bentleys? Why? That's not marketing.
The alphabet.
It's brilliant. Because you're getting your 8-track tuned up. Are we at a break yet?
I may have to wipe the geek off.
I can't say no, and I don't really want to.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
We just lost our clean tag on iTunes.
So you have no boots.
No.
You have no gloves.
No.
You have no hat.
No.
You have no scarf.
No.
You have no scraper.
No.
How long have you lived in Michigan?
All my life.
You, sir, are an idiot.
I don't care.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut. Woo!
This is the native man.
Guess Captain Soundboard doesn't know how to run the soundboard.
Shut up. Stop talking.
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me.
I love this city. I was banging on the way.
Really? Should we talk about this? Tag team. Should I keep going or should I stop?
Hell yeah.
Can I just say, it's been great being on a show that talks about Mickey Rooney dying for 20 seconds and then poop for 10 minutes.
You're not very informative, but wow, are you entertaining.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.